Boom. What is going on, everybody? What? God damn it. Okay. I forgot to join audio. Don't mind me. That was a little hiccup. What is going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, I'm really excited about this one because, of course, it's another one from More Brewing Company, one of my favorite Illinois breweries, but it's also a collaboration effort with another Illinois microbrewery that I've had a couple of their stuff before. I know they do a lot of experimental styles when it comes to like oak aging and aging styled beers, but also they have some IPAs that I've had before that have been pretty damn solid. So I'm excited because today we're going to be taking a look at Castle in the Woods. It's an oat wine from More Brewing Company and Foreign Exchange Brewing. So my understanding of the difference between, so an oat wine, there's a barley wine, there's like wheat wines. A lot of them have like the same brewing process when it comes to how they're brewed, but like let's say if it's a barley wine, there's more barley used. If it's an oat wine, there's definitely more oat used, and if it's a wheat wine, it's definitely more wheat forward. So I'm expecting this to be a lot more like oaty when it comes to flavors and all that stuff. But overall, I'm pretty excited. Anything that has more in there automatically gets me really excited, and I'm in the mood for a nice higher ABV dark beer. So yeah, this guy comes in at a whopping 13.5% ABV. So this is up there in ABV. Definitely wouldn't say this is a sessionable beer for sure. This would definitely be one that I'd consider just sitting back, relaxing for a day, and just a nice soothing sipper. That's for damn sure. So without further ado, let's crack this guy open and see. I'm thinking, since with a lot of barley wines I get a lot of strong notes of like toffee, maybe some brown sugar, some like that kind of like burnt sugar flavors, if you kind of get what I mean. It's not like the kind of burnt flavor, but it's like that candied caramelized sugar flavor in there as well, along with like different like deeper dark notes, maybe a little bit of dark fruit notes with some like spice forward kind of situations in this. But I'm excited. So let's crack this guy open and see what we're getting on the smell. So, yep, already looks dark just by looking at the top. Oh yeah, definitely not more of those like kind of like darker fruit flavors more, not going forward, but definitely a strong like oat kind of flavor on there in the nose. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be too crazily sweet because it's not really a crazy amount of sweetness coming up on the nose, but overall, smells absolutely delicious. So, I'm going to be drinking out of my brand new Whistle Punk Tulip glass. Look at this little thing. We went to kind of like a tap house / coffee shop when we were up in the North Woods in northern Wisconsin, and we were out golfing, and we drove past this place, and I was like, we got to stop there because it seemed pretty cool. And they have their own glasses, so decided to pick one up, and I think this was a nice little special glass for a special occasion beer like this. So let's pour this guy and see what this guy looks like on the pour. Oh yeah, look at that. It's that kind of like toffee, almost caramel color. Not really much of a head, maybe kind of a light, almost, yeah, kind of a tannish kind of color on the head. Not much of it. I'm expecting this to maybe be more effervescent because it doesn't look like it's going to be like a syrupy kind of style. But yeah, that looks absolutely delicious. Has that kind of nice, like, the camera makes it look kind of black, but it kind of has that nice kind of deep brown, almost like kind of like add a little bit of like reddish purple hues in it. But yeah, lacing on the glass is pretty predominant. Not, you can definitely see it kind of slowly moving around a little bit. But yeah, still getting a lot of those like oat kind of forward. Maybe a little bit like a dark fruit note in there. I don't know, but let's give this guy a try. So, cheers everybody. Happy Wednesday. Oh, ooh, okay. On the nose, it's very deceiving because thought it wasn't going to be very syrupy and like on the mouthfeel. Holy crap, is that like syrupy, sweet. There's definitely notes of like a lot of like, I'm getting like brown sugar, toffee kind of notes in this. Definitely getting that kind of like a boozy kind of situation. It's not overpowering. For a 13.5%, this is insanely smooth. Insanely smooth. Wow. Really has a really nice sweetness to it. Holy crap. I'm getting that, like, some kind of little spice notes in there along with like a deep, dark, like maybe like a plum or like a date kind of fruit flavor in there as well. But it's a lot sweeter than I thought it would be, and I'm actually really enjoying this. It kind of, you can definitely tell this isn't like your everyday like barley wine. You can definitely tell this is something different and brewed differently. But holy crap. Very nice, very smooth. It actually has a nice kind of creamier mouthfeel. It's very syrupy on the mouth. So it's not going to leave like your mouth dry or anything with that. It coats the inside of your mouth and sticks there for a minute. So if you're into beers like that, you're definitely going to be a fan of this one. So let's look at this a little bit. Let's go over to Untapped, our lovely little website we always go on for stuff, because it actually shows a little bit of a description on here as well. So they say it's a big oat wine brewed in a collaboration with our friends over at Foreign Exchange. Huge flavors of toffee, caramel, apple, and brown sugar are going to be the predominant notes. I was not expecting that caramel apple in there. I didn't really get much of that, but I'm definitely getting like a caramel toffee thing in there. That brown sugar note is probably adding that kind of like sugary sweetness, I think. But holy crap, there's a nice like fruitiness to it. I don't know if I might need to drink a little bit more of it to see if it's an apple, but to me, right off the bat, it seemed like it may have been more like a plum or a kind of date kind of fruit flavor for me. But holy crap, is that good. Definitely strong notes of like that burnt sugar, caramelized sugar flavor that just hit you in the face. It's very decadent, very not overly sweet, but that's a very strong sweetness to this one. And it's absolutely delicious. Holy crap. This is definitely up there with like a different style that I've had before. You guys all know that I drink a lot of fruit sours, fruited Berliner Weisses, stouts, barley wines, IPAs. I'm all over the place. But this is definitely not your like everyday barley wine. I can definitely see why they considered it an oat wine, because you're not getting more of any of like those heavily spiced notes that you would get in a barley wine. It's not getting more really. It's definitely different when it comes to the flavors of like a toffee or kind of a caramel flavor, just because of like the fruits they're using in this one. But holy crap, does it! It packs a punch. It's not too overly boozy, which is really good, and yeah, absolutely fantastic. So let's look at Untapped here. Of course, Castle in the Woods. 13.5% ABV, and with over 505 ratings on this one has an average rating of 4.07 out of 5 on Untapped, which that's pretty damn good for only having 500 ratings. So let's see what people had to say about this one. This guy checked it in at home, said me likey, gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Let's see, this guy purchased it at the Moore Brewing Company in Villa Park, gave it a 3.75. Let's see, this guy gave it a 3.25. Got it at the Beer Cellar in Glen Ellen. Got it on tap over there, so I wonder maybe this style may not have been for him, which, hey, it's not for everybody. Let's see, we got a 4 out of 5 purchased at the Villa Park location. 4.5, another at the Villa Park. A 4 out of 5 purchased at Blackfoot Bunker. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a beer garden over in Bolingbrook, Illinois. So, yeah, pretty high ratings. Let's see. Gave it a 3.25. What did this guy have to say? So, love me a good barley wine and accept sweetness, but this is tipped over the edge. Some of the sweetness was grape-like, which was interesting. I didn't really get any grape-like flavors to this one at all. Definitely more predominant of like a dark fruit / that kind of like brown sugar, toffee, caramel, burnt sugar flavor. That is the most predominant flavor for me, and I absolutely love it. So I don't know where he was getting kind of grape-like. That's interesting. But yeah, overall, pretty good ratings if I say so myself. But a cool thing about this one that I saw, I know when I usually do a review on a beer, it may not be available at the brewery at the time. That's just how it happens, but it kind of is something that you can keep an eye out for. Looked at it today, and this is still available at the Villa Park location at Moore Brewing Company for 2-packs. So if you want to go pick up yourself a 2-pack of this, you can still do it. So otherwise, I don't know if this one possibly, because I know Moore is on Tavour, which is how I usually get a lot of my beers from out of state. So I know they show up on there from time to time. So maybe this one showed up on Tavour, to where if you're using that app and being able to purchase beer online and have it shipped to you, this one may have came up. I don't know, because a lot of the Illinois breweries don't show up on my Tavour app, just because it kind of makes it so you can't see stuff near you. They focus on getting you stuff that is out of your wheelhouse, out of your range of purchase. So if you're using Tavour, this one may have came up, but or not. You can just keep an eye out for it. This, I know Moore has kind of spread out their distribution a little bit when it comes to where their stuff is available, so you might just have to keep an eye out for this one. But overall, yeah, absolutely delicious. Really big fan of this one. So let's start going over the ratings on this one so we can get the hell out of here. But let's look. First off, can art / bottle art, you know the drill. Can art is really cool on this one. I really like it. I like how barley wines try to kind of, since it's a more sophisticated style of beer, a lot of these breweries decide to come out with more kind of sophisticated can arts with this one. So very nice kind of picture frame looking can art with the Castle in the Woods oat wine. You got more right there, and foreign exchange. But I really like the touch of like having that kind of black and gray kind of foresty thing. Kind of makes it a little bit eerie looking. So that fits my style a little bit more. But overall, really, really nice. Really, really nice detail. I like how they take the real estate they didn't take up with the name and their logos and everything. They took up with just kind of creating that like eerie kind of forest kind of background in it, which is really, really nice. So definitely this is something that would catch my attention at a liquor store or a bottle shop for sure if I saw it there. Just because I like the dark colors, I like little details in the can art, because that's also building your experience when you're purchasing a beer as well. So yeah, I think for can art, I'm going to give this a solid like 4 out of 5 for can art. I'm a really big fan of it. But let's see. If I got this beer in a flight at More Brewing Company, I'm guessing, or maybe Foreign Exchange. I don't know if they have a tap house or something. Would I get another one? Absolutely, to be honest. I'm really, really big fan of this one. It's definitely one of the most unique styles I've had in that like barley wine, kind of wheat wine, oat wine kind of situation. I really like the sweetness to it. I really like the mouthfeel. Overall, it hits all those notes of being very unique. It has a nice sweetness. Definitely that syrupiness is always a plus for me. I don't know. I do like beers that have kind of more of like a effervescent kind of dry out your mouth feel at times, but overall I kind of lean towards the ones that kind of give you like a creamy mouth feel, kind of just coating the mouth on the inside a little bit. So those are the ones I lean towards more of. But overall, this one's very, very solid. So I'd definitely get another one of these if I got this in a flight for sure. I'd probably do what people would be doing right now and pick up a 2-pack to bring home for this, because that's exactly what we did. My dad went to Moore, got a 2-pack of it because he sounded interesting to him, and I'm drinking here today. So overall, very, very, very solid. But what is my final rating on this one going to be? Let's see. The sweetness is nice. Still, I want to drink a little bit more of it to kind of see if that would be like more of an apple flavor that comes out. To me at first, it was still kind of more of like a plum kind of date kind of flavor, but I really like the toffee and the caramel and the brown sugar. The burnt sugar kind of flavors in there are very, very in your face, very strong, and it's just absolutely delicious. Mouthfeel is fantastic. Yeah, can art overall great. So I think I'm going to give this a solid... I'm going to give this a really, really solid 8.75, almost a 9 out of 10 for me. If you're into unique beers, if you're into barley wines, I definitely recommend checking this one out, because it's going to be something a little bit different than your everyday barley wine, but it's going to definitely leave you with an experience that I'm guessing you probably haven't had before. I don't know, I really haven't had many beers with this kind of style to it when it comes to like an oat wine. I've had a bunch of barley wines and they definitely haven't tasted like this. So if you're looking at something with a very, very unique flavor to it, has a nice amount of sweetness, this would definitely one that I'd keep an eye out for. You could still pick it up at Moore Brewing Company in Villa Park right now. So if you're out in that area, do yourself a favor, pick up a 2-pack and let me know what you think down in the comments below. That'd be awesome. But other than that, that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. So thank you everybody in chat for hanging out. You guys are amazing. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. It would help me out a lot. Also, if you're new to the channel, like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. Let you know whenever I go live doing another review. I do reviews every single day when I can, so just keep an eye out for that. Other than that, you can shoot me a friend request on Untapped. It's a nice social media platform for beer drinkers. You can see people like me, Wintucky, Ian. You can see Duchess on there. A bunch of people that hang out here every single day. You can see checking in some stuff that they're drinking throughout the day. Really, really cool platform. Also, if you're looking for a beer delivery service, always got to recommend Tavour. You can get them around the Chicagoland area because they're based out of Seattle, and you can get beer like shipped to you in the state of Illinois. I know there's other areas throughout the country that you can get stuff delivered to you, like I know in Dallas, Washington, D.C. There's a bunch of other places, I believe. So just got to download the app, put in your zip code. They'll let you know right away if you can get stuff delivered to you. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So huge shout outs to Moore and Foreign Exchange for coming out with this one. Absolutely fantastic. Would highly recommend. All on the board. Yeah, just absolutely delicious. And take one more sip. And I'm going to say it like I always say, and then we're going to get out of here. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And I'll see you all tomorrow, people. Cheers.